So in this lesson, we want to understand what is the cursor with DML operations. Up to now, we retrieve the data from the database while using cursors, right? Then in this session, we want to work with the DML operations. So what are the DML operations? Insert, update, and delete. So we can do that operations while using cursors also. Okay. Then let us say example here. The first one is insert. I want to insert the values to in respected another table. So here first of all we want to retrieve the data from the base tables. Next we want to insert into the new tables. Insert into the new tables. First we want to connect with the database. We need to set pages, we need to set lines, and so here observe this. Before going to insert the data into another table while using cursor, first we want to create a table. We want to create a table, but we no need to require to insert the data. Through cursor we want to insert the data, right? So here I want to create a table, create table, then cursor table name cd10. This is my table, or else cursor table, okay, like that, okay. As select EMP number, ename, job, salary from EMP. From EMP, where 1 equal to 2. What happened? Structure is created, but the data does not copy. Structure is copied from the existing table. Which table? EMP table, but data does not copy it. Then let it be check it. And you can execute that table. We don't have any record. Now we want to develop a program while using cursor and insert the data into this table. Okay. So first of all, here we want to retrieve the data from the database. Okay. Then I want to copy the data from employee table, and that data will be inserted into my new table. Okay, cursor table. So we declare and define the cursor. C1 is select EMP number, ename, job, sal from EMP. This is the data I want to picking from my employee table, and the next we define the data. Okay. So here we are going to specify for I in C1. Now entire data will be kept in I variable, right? Then now I want to insert into cursor table values. Here I dot emp number, the first one I dot emp number, the next I dot ename, comma I dot job, from I dot salary. Then so here, sorry. Then next, close the loop and end the program. Let it be check it. PLSQL procedure successfully completed. Here, why the program doesn't show us any result? We didn't specify any DBMS output, right? If you specify the DBMS output, it is clearly show us what are the data is inserted. Now I can go to check it in my table, whether the data is inserted or not. Right? Again, I execute this same program. What happened? What happened? Again, I want to execute the same program. Data will be inserted, or is there any getting problem? Then what happened? Whether inserted or not? Definitely inserted. You don't get any problem. Just it will be inserted the data. The operation is insertion. Okay. Now in my table we have 28 records. Right. So in this manner we are working with the insertion operation. In the same manner we want to go to work with deletion operation. Deletion operation. Suppose I want to delete from starting edge to ending edge. Suppose example I want to delete who are working employee number is 7,900 to 7,000, sorry 8,000. 7,900 to 8,000. So who are having the employee numbers between 7,900 to 8,000, that will be deleted. I want to delete that records. Okay, that here how we can do that. Declare same thing. So define the cursors. Cursor name is select start from cursor, yes, table. Okay, don't apply these operations on EMP table. Okay, you can apply on these all operations in your own tables. Okay, because of all tables are worked on EMP. So next we start the begin and will be specify for I in C1 loop and delete from cursor table. Okay, delete from cursor table where employee number, don't repeat it please, where employee number between 7,900 and 8,000. Then here we close and end the program. Okay, so once it is completed, now let us check it. It is completed successfully and will be checking in our table. "22 records are there. Remaining 6 records are deleted." Okay, so here we cannot find out the any employee number who are having 7,900 to 8,000. Okay. So next we want to apply last one, updation. I want to update the data. Have you observed this program? Have you discussed this type of logic earlier classes? The first class, first introduction class, why we want to use the PLSQL program. We want to apply the conditions. So I want to update the salary who are working as a manager under 10th department. Some conditions is there, right? So that conditions here, observe carefully. The same logic we cannot possible to apply on select queries, right? That is the reason we want to use this PLSQL. Have you remember or not? Right? Then now I am going to apply this respected updation command in our cursor. Okay, then now we can go to check it. Here declare. Okay, so now I am going to define cursor C1 is select star from EMP. So here already we have a table. The table contains employee number, employee name, job and salary. Job and salary. So based on that job, I want to add some amount to our employees. Okay, then here select star from EMP. Sorry. Cursor table. Then next we begin and for I in C1 loop, right? Then now we want to apply the condition. What is our condition? Suppose if, okay, if I dot job equal to clerk, if I dot job equal to clerk, then I want to update the data. Update cursor table set salary equal to salary plus 4 ones. Salary plus 4 ones are 1000. Okay, and here we want to apply the condition. What is the condition? We want to apply here EMP number equal to, then only you can apply. So then only it is going to apply the record by record. It is check the condition by record. Suppose you cannot apply that condition, it is not process the looping. So enter the last record only it is updated. First it is readed each and everything, the last record is only updated if you miss that condition. Okay, that. So here next observe this one again, another condition, else if I dot job equal to suppose salesman, then update cursor table set salary equal to salary plus 2000, where employee number equal to our employee number. Then else if I dot job equal to manager, then update cursor table set salary equal to salary plus 3000, employee number equal to I dot employee number, and else if I dot job equal to who are there president remaining, then update cursor table set salary equal to salary plus 3000, where employee number equal to I dot employee number. Right? So our conditions are completed. I applied 4 conditions on 4 jobs, right? Then now we close the end. The condition is completed and close the loop. Then next close the program. Let it be check it. What happened? Procedure is successfully completed. Now we can execute our table. Is it added or not? Then here automatically it is added. What is the president salary? And 5000 only. Okay, fine. Here employees are 2 times is there. That is the reason it is updated 2 times. The same record is there. 5000 is the actual salary. The president is going to add how much? 3000 only. So 3000 again 3000. So 2 times are updated. So 2 records are there. That is the reason 11,000 is there. Here we have dummy, right? 2 times are repeated. That is the reason the cursor is going to fetch us 2 times, then automatically it is added. Okay. Done. So next, so in this manner we are working with this respected cursor program. Okay. Suppose say example, observe this one. I want to create one more table. Create table, C table as select employee number, employee name, job, salary from employee. Okay. Now we can check it how many data is there, how much data is there in our table. Now I want to apply this same program for this respected table. Okay, then here what is the C table, and president I want to add 5,000. Then now I don't want to use this condition. I don't want to use that condition. What happened? Right? What happened? Here, let it be, check it. Procedure is successfully completed. Is it right? That is the reason. It is getting so much amount, right? So here it is calculated with the, so how it is calculated also we don't know. So some happen is there, right? Suppose say example we have, I am going to apply rollback, select star from C table. This is our actual program data. Then now I want to apply this condition. So 4 conditions are there, 4 times looping is generated, the last program, this program. Okay, so now I remove this all conditions. I want to search only one time, clerk, right? So for clerk only I want to update 1,000 rupees. Let it be, check it. Now definitely it is going to reflected our only clerks. Observe this one. There. What is the president? 5,000. What is the clerk? 1,300. But actually here observe this one. Then, so here it is going to recurring, means here it doesn't understand where to which one will be updated. Everyone will be updated. So your king also updated, Blake updated, Clark, everything will be updated for looping means process. That is the reason. Okay. Suppose the same thing here I am going to roll back. Let it be, check it. We have a specific program is there, nothing to worry, I will explain to you for cursor update. Okay. There. It is means go back, and now again I am updated the same program. Then here I apply the condition where employee number equal to I dot employee number. So here this EMP number is coming from this table. Yeah, because of where class will be applicable for this table only. This EMP number is coming from cursor. Here, yeah, variable. So from cursor to move into the variable. Now the data is available in for loop, for variable. That data will be mapped to our condition. Okay. Now let us check it. Observe. This is the clerk. This is the clerk. This is the clerk. And this is the clerk. Let us check it. This clerk is having 1000. This clerk, this clerk, this clerk. Remains does not impact. That is the reason. Okay. So if you are not mentioned the means respected condition, it is keep on looping and will be added every time. So it is not a correct way, right? We want to update only particular employee. We don't want to update the employee salaries to each and every employee, right? Suppose if you want to update, even though whatever it may be, if you want to update the salary to all employees also, you must use the where class. We must specify the condition. Then only the looping is going to execute in a proper way.
And we have to specify every job.
Yeah, we can specify every job, whatever it may be. If you suppose if you don't want to specify the job, still I want to update all employees information. Suppose 100 employees, even though here also we can specify the where class. Then only the looping is going to execute it this way. Means a record by record process. If you are not specify that one, the system keep on looping and will be updated for every time. Every time. That is the reason. Okay. So in this scenario we are using this updation. It's a very important topic, and in the interfaces we want to use this one. Okay. And next, ref cursor. Ref cursor. It's a very important point, and interview point of view they are asking this question: what is ref cursor and why we want to use the ref cursor? Okay. Here observe this one. Ref cursors are user defined types. User defined types means already we discussed types. Which class we discussed? Have you remembered the second class? Data types. We have only two data types, okay, percentage type and percentage row type. If you want to define the PLSQL, that means a record type, then we can define the type, right? That type will be defined, user defined type, okay. But here it is also work like as a cursor. Then here it is a user defined type which is used to process multiple records, and also this is record by record process. In an implicit cursor we can process single record. In explicit cursor we can process multiple records, but here then both single record and multiple records, both will be possible, right? And then here generally through these static cursors we are using only one select statement at a time. We have a one cursor, we can use only one select statement, cursor name as select star from table name, right? It is a means one select statement. But here at the time for a single active set area, whereas in ref cursor we are executing what is this? Number of select statements. Means multiple select statements dynamically for single active set area. Even though normal cursor also is using the single active set area, but we are possible to execute only one statement at a time, single statement. But in ref cursor we can possible to process multiple select statements dynamically, means runtime. Runtime we can execute the multiple select statements. That is the main advantage. Have you possible to pass the query select statement in our normal cursor dynamically? In normal cursor we cannot possible to pass a query, right? but in ref cursor we can possible to pass multiple queries dynamically. At the time of programming execution, we can directly specify which is the query you want to execute it. Suppose I have 10 queries, 10 select statements. So which select statement you want to execute? Then you can specify the based upon numbers or based upon any keyword. Based on that keyword, I am going to select it which select statement I want to run in my program. That is the main advantage in our ref cursor. And also here, that's why these type of cursor also call it as dynamic cursors. Okay. And by using ref cursors, observe this one, by using ref cursor, we return large amount of data from Oracle database into client applications. So means it is used to increase the performance application. So whenever we want to go for large amount of data, if you use the cursor, even though if you use the simple cursor, means the explicit cursor also, it is working, but it is taking a long time. Instead of that cursor, we can use the ref cursor. What happened? So here observe this one. While going to directly communicate with the database, it is taking long time, performance is down. That is the reason the people is introduce the cursor. So even though while using cursor, if you want to retrieve, if you want to pick the large amount of data, this cursor also automatically down the performance. So that is the reason the people is introduce one more cursor, that is called as a ref cursor. Okay. If you want to retrieve large amount of data, then better to go for ref cursor. So don't go for every statement we can go for ref cursor. Sometimes we want to retrieve less than amount of data. Okay. But whenever the requirement is demand to us, we want to pick the large amount of data, then we can go for ref cursor. Okay. And here we have two types of cursors, strong ref cursor and weak ref cursor. Strong ref cursor is having the return type. Weak ref cursor does not have the return type. Okay, we will discuss what is the return type and where we are using in some programs. Then here I have a program. Okay, I have a program. In that my program I define first ref cursor. Ref cursor is a syntax. It is a keyword. Type name, that is a user defined type. Type name is ref cursor. Just remember earlier, type name is record, right? Record type. Here type name is ref cursor. Then we clearly tell to the machine it is a ref cursor. Okay. Now we can assign that ref cursor to what we do? Variable. Okay. Then next we are going to define one variable, okay, for processing. Then now here observe this one. I open the which one? Variable. Right now the data is available in variable. Open variable for select star from EMP. For select star from EMP. Just I am executing this query. In that ref cursor, I am executing this query, right? And then start the loop and get the data. Fetch variable into for variable. Exit when the ref cursor doesn't have the data, means the variable doesn't have the data. Then next DBMS output. So finally data is available here. Then will be printed. So what is the exact use of this ref cursor? So this ref cursor is going to freeze the buffer area. So what exactly I want to say you, this ref cursor is executed multiple select statement. Right? Suppose I want to run that program multiple times. For every time I want to execute different select statement. So each and every time the respected buffer area is fulfilled. Okay. First time, first select statement, it is fill the data in buffer area. Second time, second execution, that data also fulfill in buffer area. So this buffer area automatically freezed. So once without, we don't want to use that buffer area, right? So at the time of program, at the time of running the program, data is coming from the database. Why we want to maintain the data in our buffer area? Yes, here, have you understand that one? This is the PLSQL block. In that block, we have a buffer area. So actually, the data is coming from the database and keep into the buffer area. So here, is it necessary to maintain this buffer area every time? Nothing to require, right? So for every time, I want to freeze this one. Because of in my ref cursor, I want to execute multiple select statement. Suppose I executed first select statement, it is having 1000 records. The 1000 records are keep in this buffer area. Second time I want to execute the second statement, again this is having 10,000 records. This 10,000 records also will be keep into the buffer area. But I don't want to use the first statement records. That is the reason here I want to freeze that one. So that will be freeze and it will be override by the second statement data. That is the advantage. So that power is applicable for only ref cursor. The normal cursors doesn't possible to freeze the data. Keep on there up to programming. Once will be program outside, then automatically data will be freeze. That is the main advantage. Means what happens means automatically the performance of application is increased or not? Automatically increased. So without unnecessary data, we don't want to maintain for each and every day and each and every execution, right? That. So now I want to write a simple program. Okay. That. So I am explaining two ways. Then first I want to we define the cursor type. Okay. Type name T1. E is ref cursor. This is the syntax. Directly we can apply. So we don't have that percentile. Just we specify that ref cursor. Okay. Next. So here I want to define one variable. Yeah, if you want to print it, then we can use that. emp percentage total. Or else we can remove that also. We can check it. Not a problem. Then now we start the program. Begin. First I want to open. I want to open the ref cursor. Okay. Open. Sorry. Here. 1 second. We want to define the variable for our ref cursor, right? So here ref cursor. This is my variable RC ref cursor. So for this RC, I want to assign this variable. I am assigning my ref cursor to my variable. Okay. Then it is a variable ref cursor. Variable ref cursor. Right. Then now we start the begin. First what we do? Open. So what is the ref cursor here? VRC. This is our VRC. Then here once we open, then now we are execute the statement. Now we are execute the statement. So how we execute the statement? Then here, yes, open for select star from em. Observe this one. A normal cursor will be declared in declaration block, right? This cursor where we define begin and block. Okay, and next we fetch the data. Fetch means where we want to VRC into I. Okay, then now so here what we do, we want to start the loop, right? What we do?
Fetch before loop.
Okay. First we open. Yeah. Okay. Open. Start the loop. Next, fetch the data. Once we fetch the data, then what we do? Condition. What is the condition? Then here we have several conditions are there. Fetch C1. Then will be exit whenever data doesn't have. Okay. That. exit when VRC present not found. And now we want to print the data. So for our understand purpose, dbms output dot put line. Here where the data is there? I. Okay. I dot emp number. I dot ename. Next, end loop and end. Okay, sorry. So close VRC and end it. Clear? So here in this point of time, suppose I don't want to use this variable, I want to apply for loop. So here observe this one. For I want to use for loop for this. Is it possible or not? I want to write a for loop. Suppose say example for I in VRC for select star from EMP. Let it check it what happened. Okay, then next loop so we don't want to specify this one. Okay, exit also no need to required. So then it is not accepted. Here observe this one for I in. So here automatically here observe this one we didn't use anything. So if you want to apply the ref cursor, then again we want to execute the for loop. Means we want to open the ref cursor. Next we want to pick the data from the for loop. Sorry, pick the data from the cursor, ref cursor. Then here first what we do? Open. Okay. Now the cursor is open. Then next for I in V underscore RC. Right? We don't want to fetching the data. Now the data is available in for loop. Okay. Then end loop and end. So before that close VRC. Let it be check it. Sorry. VRC is not a procedure or undefined. Then observe this one. We cannot possible to get the data from VRC. It is not accepted because of it is a type. Ref cursor is a type. It is not a variable. Okay, it is a type. So that is the reason we are not possible to use this. We can go for fetching only. Okay. Here how we can do that? Open C1 loop fetch VRC into I. So here I is required. That is the reason we are going to specify I variable. Row type. Then exit when VRC percentile not found. So what are the attributes are using for our cursor? The same attributes will be using in our ref cursor also. Then finally we close the end loop and close VRC. So this is the actual program. The program does not printed here. What is this? Declare is missing, right? Declare type D1 is ref cursor and V or C is D1. And the next we define IMP. Clear? That. That is the. But here I executed only one statement, right? I didn't execute multiple select statement. So that will also possible in our ref cursor. Then here the example 2 is we define cursor, okay, and will be assign that cursor to variable, and here I define two variables for processing our data. And here observe this one, I define one more variable, so for passing parameter. For passing parameter and begin, here observe this, if v number equal to 1, if v number equal to 1, then I want to execute which data? Employee data, okay. Loop fetching data, say everything is same, end loop and close, then else if v number equal to 2, then will be process DEPT data. That here means multiple select statement I want executed here. Observe, I define type D1, okay, and assign to VRC. Then here I have two variables, I and j, DEPT %time row type, and I define one variable for passing a parameter, okay. Then suppose p number, okay, it is a number sent p number, okay, and begin. So here observe this one, here we write the condition, if p number equal to 1 will be specify the condition or not, then directly we can specify that one. P equal to 1, then I want to execute this process. I want to execute this process and will be end loop and end if. End loop and if. I don't want to close the cursor because of still I want to execute one more condition. Else if p number equal to 2, then here observe this one, open VRC for select star from DB and loop fetch VRC into J, and exit when VRC percentile not found, dbms output dot put line, J dot DEPT number, J dot D name, right? Once it is completed, then we close this loop and end if. So end if here no need to record. So here, okay. So then we are going to end if and close application, means we see our cursor and check it. Now I want to execute 1. It display the employee data, and I execute to display the DB. Right?
Do execute based on the first freeze ayindi kada sir.
Yeah, automatically it will be freeze.
ఇప్పుడు సెకండ్ దాంట్లో 2 tables ని మిక్స్ చేసి జాయిన్ చేసి చేయాలి.
We want to develop one more query.
అదే ఆ టేబుల్ ఫస్ట్.
But here just for example purpose I want to show you, but in real life we want to develop only single query. But what is the advantage? It is going to freeze the buffer area. It is also work like as a cursor, a normal cursor. But here the advantage is for every execution it is freeze the buffer area. That is the main advantage. Yeah, we can do that. Anything we can do that. But here what I want to explain to you. So how we can go to pass the queries dynamically. Here I am passing dynamically, right? So as per my parameter, the query is executed dynamically. And when I am pass 1, select star from EMB is executed. When I am pass 2, DEPT is executed. Right? So in this scenario we are working with this rep cursor. It's a very important. But in real life we don't want to execute multiple select statement. We want to merge only one query. That query will be executed. We develop a single query while using multiple tables, right? That is the reason. And then next we can go for it is completed, then where current out. Okay, that will be discussed in the next session. Okay, now we can stop.